Hey, what's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the Brown Gen. We've got a ton of airdrop and crypto updates for you today. So let's get into it. But just remember, none of this is financial advice. I'm just a guy on YouTube. You gotta do your own research. But if you want extra coaching, guidance, and support, check out the Web3 Secrets Society. Join the 250 or so members who are trailblazing this bull cycle. Link in the description below. Also, if you want to keep up to date on everything going on with my wallets, as well as sort of my social media, follow me on the bank and on Twitter. There will be some giveaways coming soon. Now, while many of us are sitting here waiting for ETHFI to get their act together and drop the claim, they do have some updates for us today. Most importantly of which is their ETHFI token buyback. I don't really care about their ETHFI staking or their governance voting. Those are pretty much the same thing. But just a quick reminder, starting last month when they announced this, they're going to allocate 50% of their monthly revenues from the protocol to buy back in LP ETHFI tokens. This is really good because when you take ETHFI off the market, what you're going to do is you're going to increase the price. We see this happen a lot in the stock market, which is a positive boon for those who hold ETHFI. I still won't do it, but for those of you who feel the need to do so, this is definitely a bullish signal. Also, you can now get your cross-chain L2 claims via Wormhole. So I know many of you, just like myself, chose to claim your Season 2 airdrop on Arbitrum. You're going to be able to use Wormhole now to move your assets between Arbitrum and Ethereum mainnet and other supported chains. This is very important for one specific reason, not just let's get ETHFI off and sell it, but also the Wormhole Season 2 airdrop is rapidly approaching as well. And just if we didn't need another good announcement, ETHFI is now available on Arbitrum and on Binance just in time for Season 2. So if you haven't already, make sure you go and check out how much you're eligible for ETHFI. So this is one of my wallets. I got 207 ETHFI. The token's not doing so bad right now. It's gotten a bit of a recovery ever since most recent pump in Ethereum and just the market in general. So there's also an update I want to give you guys on Sanctum. So a couple things. I do have a commentary on this. Maybe I'll say that first. I think many people are inaccurate or not judging Sanctum properly. Now, here's the thing. People are pissed because they're giving out what they call an earnest airdrop. What that means effectively is instead of people who just put liquidity on here being rewarded, if you were basically building up the community, posting positive things, not just saying, hey, like go farm this and whatever, and it was quality content, at least this is what they say, they rewarded you with different tiers of earnest, and some of those tiers got some big airdrops. Now, I'll be honest, I posted like 3 or 4 videos on Sanctum. I got 0 for the earnest airdrop or the earnest bonus, but I still think it's a very good move because a lot of people always complain that whales always get the advantage. So if somebody was truly being genuine and actually putting in the work to try to build up the community, then they deserve it. Now, does that mean they won't sell the tokens? Of course not. But once again, the protocols are always going to struggle trying to find where to put the tokens, in whose hands. And I think the reason people want to sell is because every time you look back a few months, you always look, hey, thank God I sold, or the token would have dropped 50 or 80%. That's what we see across the board. Just take a look at Layer 0. Take a look at ZK Stinks token. They're all not doing well. And it's not like the rest of the market hasn't been going up. It's just people don't want to hold VC tokens. You would rather hold tokens like Brett or Pepe or other memes than you would this. It's just a reality of it, right? So, like I said, the earnest was a great idea. I don't know how they selected the percentage. It's not my business. It's not your business either, because no matter what percentage somebody selects, somebody else won't be happy with it anyways. So we're not going to get this right, and we leave that to them. Now, when it comes to the value of what you got in terms of cloud token, it doesn't matter. Like, people will tell me, "Oh my god, I got 2%," or I think on average people got like 1.5 ish percent in terms of tokens, and they're like, "That sucks." I'm like, "Well, you got that in a month. You got the whole soul, and it wasn't locked up. So you could do what I did, which is I held it in there for a bit, and then I chose to withdraw it and spend it on something else. They didn't lock you. It was just basically like it's like giving your checking account that bonus. So I don't see why people are upset about it. In fact, it sounds very entitled. If you look at that overall, it's about a 17% APR, which obviously in the crypto world is not insane. But once again, what risk was there for you? You just had to hold SOL, and you could have just held it in the most stable ones, in Jupe Sol, for example, or INF if you wanted to. That would have been the highest safety, and you didn't have to stake it or anything like that. Now, they did make a mistake with their airdrop checker. So yesterday when I checked, I only had 100. Thankfully, they included those for referrals. So you got cupcakes, you got referrals, etc. And because of that, they actually had to reduce the non-cupcake holders because they didn't qualify appropriately. And they've also added 1,000 new users who previously didn't qualify, who do now. So if you go to the LFG website on Jupiter, you can check. Now, I can't check it right now because I need a VPN. And when I do my streams, I turn the VPN off only because what I want to do, or I typically turn it off, is I get a lot of lag. Now, from what I've seen works, you have to connect to Mexico, and then it will allow you to connect to the LFG website. I never understand why they do it this way, because obviously for Sanctum, they had no problem, with us using their protocol. But when it comes time to give us money, that's, my biggest grief with them. So when you go check it out, and the airdrop is claimable tomorrow, I believe 11 a.m. Eastern. Right here, I got 769.6 cloud. A lot of this is due to the referrals. So thank you all. Thank you so much for that. I'll be looking for a way to also, give some of this back to the community, probably through people who followed me on DeBank and on Twitter. So make sure you do that. Another update for you guys is Isumi Finance. So this is a swap or a DEX I've used on ZK Sync. It's also one I've used on Mantle. They have an airdrop that you can claim for just another week. So if you haven't already, it started on July 8th. It ends on July 22nd. And you can go in and claim any tokens that you may have earned through this platform. I earned 8.9, wrapped Mantle, which came out to like $6. But hey, $6 is $6. Some of you probably use this even more and probably made a lot more money. So definitely check it out. If you were in Stride, now before, I'm trying to do this right now. Let's connect my wallet. What happened was maybe 3 to 6 months ago, Stride had, actually, you know what I'm saying? It was probably like January or February, because I think it was 6 months ago. I remember looking on Twitter and finding out that the STT had launched. We got in right away on day one and got the biggest boost. And then, in a few days, we got out. Well, in 16 days, we can start claiming. I got 75 Stride token. I will be 100% selling every single one of it. Definitely go check it out. See how much you've earned if you did participate. And, what you can do is, check out the price right now. It's currently $1.43. You'll be able to use Osmosis Swap, or even sort of use your Kepler or your Leap wallet to trade the tokens directly from that wallet as well. Zera had a nice update as well. So they've received retro funding for contributions to the super chain. And they're going to give 300,000 of the optimism token that they've got to their community. So if you created on Zera, if you've collected on Zera, if you build on Zera, you will be rewarded. So make sure you do that if you haven't already. In 100 days, they're receiving the retro funding. So they're going to distribute it then. I don't know if that means their snapshot is taken. It doesn't sound like it, because it says if you create. It doesn't say created. So if you haven't already, make sure you're going on there. Make sure you do those free mints, or the very cheap mints. Make sure you use your own referral code whenever you're doing so to get a rebate, and also create your own tokens. You've seen I've done that in the past. For example, this parcel airdrop token got minted 588 times. So hopefully that means I will get some optimism token for using this. Definitely very interesting. Something that I'm not really prioritizing, but I know some of you like this stuff, is the initial testnet. I did the original initial testnet, and I'll be honest with you, I kept forgetting to feed that monster. I got like very little XP, and I didn't want to do the tasks. But stage 2 is up, and Wendy has put up a guide on Twitter. I've linked to it. It's just basically here's what you got to do. She's got a thread over here, so definitely check it out if you want to do that. And then you go on the testnet, which I've linked, and also just do those activities as it says. Now, one thing I hope you guys have done already is make sure you've minted your scroll canvas. I think many of you have done this by now, but if you haven't, make sure you do it. My pulse is 61. Now you get a higher heartbeat the more active you are on scroll. But the other piece to this is also making sure that you mint your badges. So you see, I've minted the Ethereum year, and there are some other badges that you want to get. Now, to figure out what that looks like, you go to this link, the ecosystem link. All of it is in the description below. And you can see here for the Ambient Swapper, you've got to swap $500 on Ambient. If you provided LP, which is valued over 1,000, then you got the Ambient Provider badge. And the same thing goes for the Ambient Filler and the Ambient ETH. And for example, there's many, many more as well. So definitely check this out if you want to see exactly what you've got to do, because this will help you sort of fill out this. And then when you do that, you go to badges, you mint eligible badges, and then, you know, you sort of do it. So that's definitely on my to-do list as well. There's also a tweet by Insightful, which shows you what else you can do and what other badges you can potentially earn as well. So definitely check it out. And the last update I want to give you is more around Abdos. So Abdos is an airdrop that I don't want to say I'm farming, but it was something that definitely I got those OATs or on-chain activity badges or whatever, or activity tokens. And basically, I used Liquid Swap a ton when I was using that protocol because it was their best DEX. Now, for those who've been using Liquid Swap and you're sort of involved in it, there will be an LSD airdrop. The snapshot has already been taken. So if you look at this, no future activity will count. So if you haven't done it already, don't feel the need to do so. Here is sort of what they're looking at, right? So trading volumes, if you hold community meme tokens, if you own community NFTs or had referrals, very sort of, you know, good points. Make sure you go in here and connect your wallets for the airdrop. You know, I put my referral link for that. But basically, if you've met the airdrop criteria, then you will qualify. So, you know, I've connected one of my Aptos wallets. I'll be connecting the other ones after that as well. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. We're going to jump over to the AMA. But if you haven't already, if you're watching this after the fact, please hit the like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Guys, please subscribe to the channel. It really helps me with the YouTube algorithm. If you want me to make more videos, if you like the content, that really will help me. So thanks so much, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.